After Harris Faulkner left Fox News, many were eager to see what her next move would be. Known for her strong presence and 6 Emmy Awards, her departure left a significant gap in the network. Now, she's taken on new projects that have everyone talking. Is this the beginning of a bold new chapter for her? Let's dive into what's truly happening in her life after Fox News and how it may reshape the political journalism landscape. Harris Faulkner was born on October 13, 1965, in Atlanta, Georgia, at a military base called Fort McPherson. Her father, Bobby Harris, was a highly respected retired lieutenant colonel and a skilled pilot in the United States Army. He bravely completed 3 tours in Vietnam, demonstrating his dedication and courage. Growing up in a military family meant that Harris moved frequently, including spending a significant amount of time on a military base in Stuttgart, West Germany, where her father continued to fly for the U.S. Army. It's clear that her experiences during her time in Germany were far more life-changing than many could have imagined, and this is just the beginning of her story. Harris pursued her education at the University of California, Santa Barbara, where she earned a Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communications. This degree laid the foundation for her future in the media world. Her first job was as a freelance business journalist for LA Weekly, earning $50 per article. She began her television career with an internship at KCOP-TV in Los Angeles, which eventually led to a full-time role as a reporter and anchor at WNCT-TV in Greenville, North Carolina. From 1992 to 2000, Harris became a familiar face on TV screens in Kansas City, anchoring the evening news for WDAF-TV. During her time in Kansas City, she faced unwanted and troubling advances from someone she had known back in North Carolina. Despite these challenges, she persevered in her career and later joined KSTP-TV in Minneapolis-St. Paul as a prominent member of their evening news team. She remained with the station until July 2004, paving the way for her move to Fox News in 2005. At Fox News, Harris began as a correspondent for the relaunched A Current Affair, showcasing her reporting skills until the program ended in October 2005. She then took on the role of host for Fox Report Weekend from 2011 to 2017. During this time, she also covered the 2018 midterm elections and occasionally filled in for Shepard Smith on Shepard Smith Reporting and for Martha McCallum on The Story. Before Greg Gutfeld left Red Eye, Harris was a frequent guest on the comedic late-night show. She continues to appear regularly on his new evening program, Gutfeld, and occasionally serves as a co-host on The Five. In April 2014, she stepped into a new role as a co-host on the daytime Fox News program, Outnumbered, bringing her unique style and perspective to the discussions. In 2017, she transitioned to anchoring Outnumbered Overtime, where she focused on delivering more in-depth news content rather than just engaging in discussions. Harris's deep passion for journalism and expertise led her to launch her own show, The Faulkner Focus, in early 2021, where she continued to highlight important news stories. In June 2023, she temporarily took over as the host of Fox News Tonight, following Tucker Carlson's departure. During her time on the show, she made bold statements about the threats to religious freedom, expressed concerns for the safety of women and children, and humorously declared her pronouns as USA. Her involvement brought a fresh, energetic perspective to the program, ensuring viewers received both insightful and engaging news coverage. During her time at ABC St. Paul station KSTP, Harris received 4 regional Emmy Awards, winning the Best Anchor title for 3 consecutive years, 2002, 2003, and 2004. She was also honored with an Emmy for her participation in the news special, Eyewitness to War. In 1998, she received the prestigious Amelia Earhart Pioneering Lifetime Achievement Award for her humanitarian efforts. Her journalistic achievements were recognized in Variety's 2021 New York Women's Impact Report, particularly for her poignant interview with former President Donald Trump in 2020 following the tragic death of George Floyd. Beyond her professional accomplishments, Harris has recently begun to share more about her personal life. As her career continues to grow, her military upbringing reveals a more personal side that many may not know. While her professional journey laid a solid foundation, her story took a personal turn as she reconnected with her past. In a recent interview with IN Kansas City from her office in Manhattan, Harris spoke about her military upbringing, her love for Kansas City barbecue and the Chiefs, and even shared a humorous story about how she met her husband. She also discussed her significant trip to Vietnam, which she had referred to as a divine assignment, noting the personal and professional impacts of the visit. Describing this trip as a military brat mission, Harris reflected on the curiosity her father's Vietnam experience had instilled in her. Harris and a team of 7 from Fox Nation embarked on a mission to Vietnam with the goal of creating a meaningful project for the streaming platform. Their main objective was to honor Vietnam veterans, mindful of the controversial and painful history of the war. She emphasized how veterans from other conflicts are often celebrated and thanked, whereas those returning from Vietnam, including her father, faced immense difficulties and distress. Reflecting on the Vietnam trip, Harris highlighted her curiosity about the communist country, closely tied to America's history. She described the 2023 expedition as an extension of her divine assignment, underscoring both its personal significance due to her military background and its broader mission to spotlight the complex legacies of the Vietnam War. Growing up in a military household had a profound influence on Harris's worldview, instilling key traits like resilience and adaptability. As a military child, often referred to as a brat, born, raised, and transferred, she developed a deep love for her country. She fondly recalls her father's lessons about America's pursuit of greatness and his strong belief in the Constitution's power to uplift the nation. Her father, who served during times of racial tension, viewed his military service as more than a duty. It was an opportunity to represent Black Americans and prove their importance to the country. This deep sense of duty and pride in America deeply shaped Harris's own views on patriotism and respect for those who serve. Harris often speaks lovingly about her father, who passed away on Christmas morning in 2020. He was always joyful, no matter the circumstances. After retiring, he didn't rest. He began teaching math and physics, driven by his belief in guiding the younger generation. Harris always admired his positivity and commitment to helping youth succeed. Christmas has since taken on a bittersweet meaning for Harris. That particular morning, her father was expected at her sister's home for brunch but never arrived. Concerned, her sister sent their uncles to check on him, and they found he had passed away peacefully in his sleep. Although the loss is painful, Harris takes comfort in believing that her father was at peace in his final moments, maintaining his joyful spirit to the end. Looking back at the early days of her career, Harris fondly remembers when she won her first Emmy and Headliner awards. Her career began in Kansas City, after a brief stint in Greenville, North Carolina. Kansas City quickly became home for her, a place where she truly felt she belonged and became an integral part of the community. Harris is open about her faith, which she has brought into her work, especially when reporting on difficult situations like floods and tornadoes. Her co-anchor and the news team were supportive, strengthening her connection to Kansas City. Her family even opened a barbecue restaurant there, blending their family traditions with local flavors, bringing them closer to the community. Beyond all her successes, the support from her family helped shape who Harris Faulkner became. She recalls with laughter how her parents were always there for her during the big moments in her life, like when her dad shared his own stories at an award ceremony she attended. They also helped her buy and fix up her first house, a major step in both her personal and professional life. The support of her parents has always been a cornerstone for her, something she values deeply. As she reflects on her career and life, she contemplates what it means to be a leader and the legacy she wants to leave behind. In an interview, Harris Faulkner discussed a year filled with major achievements, the challenging balance between motherhood and her career, and how she deals with important national issues. She attributes her success not to luck, but to hard work and determination that paved the way for her. When asked about the legacy she wishes to leave behind, Faulkner emphasized her desire to be remembered as a loving and devoted mother. She believes this should influence every aspect of her life. As a mother of 2 biracial daughters, she is particularly focused on teaching them to work towards making the world a better place, encouraging them to view compassion and kindness as strengths. For Faulkner, leadership is about resilience and having the courage to confront challenges head-on. She stresses the importance of persevering through difficult times and criticism, particularly regarding her assertiveness, which she views as essential for growth both personally and professionally. She also reflects on how roles for women are evolving in today's world, noting that the current generation is more accepting and proud of their inherent strength. Faulkner sees the shift in the perception of the term alpha female as a positive development where it was once viewed negatively but now symbolizes progress and empowerment for women. Faulkner's emotional depth is evident when she discusses delivering difficult news, such as during the tragic Sandy Hook shooting. She vividly recalls seeing a hearse arrive at the scene and taking a moment on air to allow viewers to grasp the gravity of the situation. She also remembers a significant interview in 2020 with former President Donald Trump during the large protests following George Floyd's death. Trump's comments during the interview prompted Faulkner to speak up, highlighting the importance of Floyd's last words, where he called out for his mother, stressing the need for genuine, heartfelt dialogue instead of stirring controversy. Working from home has been an adjustment for her, but she emphasizes the importance of having the flexibility to manage both her professional duties and her family life. Faulkner takes pride in her achievements, especially as a Black woman with her own daytime TV show, and she is passionate about shaping the conversation around women's roles in the workforce. Known for her influential role in news broadcasting, particularly on Fox News' Outnumbered, her recent decision to leave the show has sparked much speculation about her next move and how it will impact the show. Her departure is seen as a significant loss for Outnumbered, as she was a key factor in its success, known for her engaging discussions and insightful commentary. The show now faces the challenge of adapting to this change, possibly altering its format or hosts to maintain viewer interest and popularity. Faulkner's career in journalism is marked by her dedication to inspiring others, as demonstrated through her personal mission and ongoing work in the media, including her latest project, The Faulkner Focus. Her work has covered a broad range of important events and touched many lives, showcasing her commitment to reporting and storytelling. Harris Faulkner is a well-known name, but there are still aspects of her career that may surprise people. She made history at Fox News as the first Black woman to host a daytime show. She began co-hosting Outnumbered in 2014 and later transitioned to hosting Outnumbered over time. Over the years, she has become a central figure on daytime TV. Her early career in the Midwest laid the foundation for her major achievements and the respected position she holds today. As her career progressed, she accomplished more than just winning awards, leaving a lasting impact beyond her work. During an interview with the Canadian publication InBetween, Faulkner shared how her successes transcend personal goals or numbers. She emphasized the importance of her role as a Black woman hosting her own show, viewing it as a sign of significant change and empowerment. As a Fox News anchor, Faulkner feels her position reflects that she is valued and taken seriously. While people sometimes make assumptions about her political views based on her race, gender, and role at a conservative network, she remains optimistic and steadfast. Her career in journalism, shaped by major events, has had unexpected but powerful effects on her life. In a 2020 interview with the Associated Press, Faulkner spoke about how people may think they know her just by her appearance and job, giving her the opportunity to prove them wrong, in a good way. She has earned the respect of her peers and has won 6 Emmys for her sharp journalism. She was commended for her skilled interview with former President Donald Trump during a pivotal time for the Black Lives Matter protests. Bill Gruskin of the Columbia Journalism Review praised her ability to maintain neutrality during the interview. He also noted how Faulkner brought her personal experiences into the conversation, speaking as both a Black woman and a mother, something rare in journalism, but she handled it with care and accuracy. After reading Gruskin's remarks in the Twin Cities Pioneer Press, Faulkner felt a mix of pride and humility, emphasizing the importance of sticking to the facts and maintaining honesty and strength in journalism, qualities she holds in high regard. In another interview with Fox News, she discussed how covering significant events such as the AIDS crisis in South Africa, the Natalie Holloway case in Aruba, and the Oklahoma City bombing profoundly influenced her career. Faulkner credits a wide array of influences for shaping her both personally and professionally, including her family and icons such as Nelson Mandela, Barbara Walters, Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, and Diane Sawyer. Born in Atlanta, Georgia, her life was shaped globally due to her father's military assignments, which took her to places like Stuttgart, Germany. These experiences exposed her to different cultures and taught her to adapt and embrace change. After graduating from the University of California, Santa Barbara, Faulkner's first major job was in Los Angeles. She then moved to Greenville, North Carolina, and later Kansas City, Missouri. Her fondness for the Midwest influenced both her professional and personal life, as these were the places where her career blossomed and where she met her spouse. Looking back, Faulkner fondly recalls the incredibly silly early days, as she shared with the Kansas City Star. A big fan of the Kansas City Chiefs, her love for the Midwest is partially due to her passion for football. Even though she now lives in New Jersey, she continues to support the Chiefs by wearing their colors on game days and decorating her home office with team memorabilia. In a light-hearted conversation with the Kansas City Star, she shared amusing stories about her husband trying to make room for his sports collectibles. She joked that he was only allowed the rug and wall art, as everything else was dedicated to her love for Kansas and her need for her own space. One special memory Faulkner often shares is from 1999, when she sang the Star-Spangled Banner in front of 70,000 people at Arrowhead Stadium. She told Chiefs Wire that singing there was an unforgettable experience, and she still sings along to the national anthem whenever it plays, no matter where she is. In February 2021, she posted a throwback photo of that moment on Instagram, just before the Chiefs played in the Super Bowl. Faulkner also enjoyed seeing herself portrayed humorously on Saturday Night Live. In April 2018, Leslie Jones played her in a comedy sketch. Faulkner was thrilled by the tribute, telling the Twin Cities Pioneer Press that it felt surreal and that Jones truly captured her spirit. Jones later portrayed her again, and Faulkner felt they looked and sounded even more alike, especially when Jones wore the same ice blue dress Faulkner had worn, making the whole experience feel dreamlike. Could Harris Faulkner's departure from Fox News be just a career move, or is there something bigger behind the scenes? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.